I adore my parents. They're in their 90s.
Wow.
Their minds are perfect. They're still living independently.
That's great.
He's 94 actually.
94.
And they're doing great.
Still in great health and great
Yeah, great
happiness.
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, happy, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're doing well.
Yeah.
I realize that as I get older, I see everybody young.
Yeah.
Everybody seems so young to me.
I'm not young.
Yeah, of course you're
He's
young.
45.
I am young.
And you must be like 14, no? And he looks like 14, barely out of grammar school.
I'm 22. But thank you.
Thank you, he says. Okay,
Brilliant.
why don't you sit comfortably?
Oh, this is all right because we.
Yeah, the picture is good. It's
yeah.
it's
Okay.
like we can do it like
You
it.
have a
Okay.
wonderful face.
Ja. Ben jij klaar, Gavin?
Ik film alles al. Dus,
Jij filmt alles al.
Ja,
It's
het
already
gesprek,
taping, so we
Okay.
can just
the
start.
conversation
one.
has been recorded,
Okay,
so
okay.
it's good material.
That's great. We've talked about your books before. You're quite famous all around the world. I guess you're read by millions of readers in all different kind of countries.
Yeah, but I'm not a rock star.
True.
I mean, there's fame and fame, you know.
Mhm.
The fame of a rock star or a movie star when everybody recognizes you in the street is very different.
Yeah, it's true. But all these different peoples from all these different countries, all these different cultures, they all love your books. What do you think combines them?
I think that, as I said before, everybody wants the same things. We are very similar. And I talk about relationships and emotions, and that's common to everybody.
Yeah.
So that can be translated to every language and everybody understands it.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
that's what is common.
the essence is freedom, happiness, live a prosperous life, be happy.
Well, that would be the ideal, but my
Yeah.
books are exactly about the opposite. It's about
Yeah.
obstacles that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
It's about hard lives,
Yeah.
about all the things that we have to overcome to achieve what we think would be a wonderful life.
Yeah. Because there's still great parts of the world where there is no freedom, where there is no health or wealth
Or sometimes right now I just finished a novel about a girl in the United States today who has everything,
Yeah.
and yet she doesn't, because still there's something lacking, and still she has to overcome obstacles, and still she has to find her own soul.
Yeah.
So and I think that's common to people
Mhm.
everywhere.
Yeah. What thrives you? You've been writing for decades now, so it's quite a long time, I guess. What thrives you in writing books?
I just love to tell a story.
Mhm.
You know, I remember once I was in an elevator, and there were some guys there, and one said to her, "Let me tell you a story," he said to the other guy.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get out of the elevator. And I started going up and down in the elevator with the guy because I wanted to hear the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's the power of storytelling, that everybody wants to hear a story.
Yeah. A good story.
A good story,
Yeah.
everybody wants a
Yeah.
story.
What is the greatest form, the greatest shape of recognition that you have achieved so far, or that you would love to achieve? Is it the readers, or is it the
I don't
prizes?
think in
or?
those terms.
Okay.
I'm very happy that I have readers,
Mhm.
and that the readers want my books, but I don't think in terms of what I want to achieve. I think that life is, you just walk.
Mhm.
It's walking, and you don't get anywhere, and you think you have reached something, and it isn't so. You keep walking, and then there's something else out there.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I was young,
Mhm.
I felt that I had achieved a lot, and then suddenly something happens and you lose everything, and then you
Yeah.
have to start from scratch again, in another place maybe, and it's fine, you can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's just kind of making it up as you go along, or
Exactly,
yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
There's the human Isabel Allende, just the woman living her life every day, and there's the name on the covers of the books all around the world in all different languages. Are they somewhat different, or are they the same
The
thing to
same.
you? Same thing.
Same.
Yeah.
People ask me if by being my book so popular, I have changed. I have not changed. I am the same person with the
Mhm.
same insecurities
Yeah.
and the same characteristics. I'm still an exhibitionist.
Mhm.
I'm still passionate and mean sometimes, and I'm bossy,
Mhm, mhm.
and I interfere in other people's lives. I'm still a huge mother, and
Yeah.
I
All these.
haven't changed
Okay.
that much. I wish I had.
You wish you had.
Of course,
How?
I wish I had more self-confidence.
Mhm.
That I was more wise. I'm not wiser at all. I think that I'm more of what I always was, but not any wiser.
Yeah. So all these different parts of Isabel Allende are in the books, are
Yes.
all around the world. So to take this one for example, the one of the latest novels, what parts of your character, of your personality, are inside there?
I think it's the obsession with freedom. The character, of course, couldn't be more different than me. She's an African slave 200 years ago in Haiti, what is today Haiti. However, this is a woman who has children and who wants freedom for herself and her children. And that's an obsession for her. And she's willing to take all the risks. She's willing to be hungry, to be desperate, to be unsafe in every way in order to get that freedom. And I think that I have that in common with her, because when I was growing up, I grew up in a very conservative Catholic environment, in a very strict family in the 40s and 50s in Chile. Can you imagine what that was? It was like the Middle Ages.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be free. I wanted to be in control of my life. And women were not at that time. We had never heard the word feminism in Chile yet.
Yeah.
So I belong to the generation that made the transition. We took all the risks. And I think we paid a price, a very cheap price, for what we obtained.
But still. Yeah.
But I would pay it 10,000 times more
Yeah.
to get the freedom I have.
Yeah. The books are just another step in the way of getting
Yes,
freedom,
of
equality.
getting freedom, equality. I'm passionate about justice, about certain issues that have led my way in my life, that hold my foundation, for example, that are the ideals that have always sustained me.
We could talk for hours, but we don't have any time.
I don't have any time, I'm sorry about that.
Thank you very much for the
Thank
interview.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You.